Good morning students, welcome to the third part of chemical kinetics. Let's start with some simple problems. Problem number 1, let's see. Concentration of A 0.1, B 0.2, C 0.1 and rate is 3 mole liter raised to minus 1, second raised to minus 1. Second experiment, or more correctly second trial. In that concentration of A is doubled. Concentration of A is doubled here. Concentration of B no change. Concentration of C also no change. Rate also didn't change. Third trial, it is 0.1 molar, 0.4 molar, 0.1 molar and this one is 6 mole liter raised to minus 1, second raised to minus 1. One more, last one, fourth trial. Here concentration of A is 0.1 molar, 0.2 molar and 0.3 molar. It become 27 mole liter raised to minus 1, second raised to minus 1. Question is, find out the rate law expression, find out order and find out the unit of rate constant. Yes, let's see. First of all, we can analyze the first two rows. What you can see? Concentration of B no change, concentration of C no change, but concentration of A is doubled. Concentration of A is doubled. There is no change for the rate. That means A is having no influence in rate. Power of A is 0. Power of A is 0. Let's find out the power of B. For that, analyze first row and third row. First row and third row. In first row and third row, only B changes. Am I right? Concentration of A is constant 0.1, 0.1. Concentration of C is also constant 0.1, 0.1. Rate is doubled. Sorry, concentration of B is doubled. What about rate? Rate is also doubling. So that is power 1. Concentration of B doubles, rate also doubles. So the power is 1. So whenever the power is 1, that means concentration doubles, rate doubles. Concentration triples, rate triples. Like that. Now let's see. Let's need to find out the influence of concentration of C. For that we need to analyze first row and last row. Am I right? Because in first row and last row concentration of A no change, concentration of B no change, concentration of C is increasing by 3 times. 3 times. What about rate? Rate is increasing by 9 times. So what is the relation between 3 and 9? Is 3 equal to 9? No. 3 square equal to 9. So the power of C is square. Did you understand how I got it? Because this is becoming 3 times. Rate is becoming 9 times. What is the relation between 3 and 9? Square relation. So C is square. So rate equal to K into concentration of A0, A raised to 0, B raised to 1, C raised to 2. And actually you need not to write A raised to 0 because something raised to 0 is 1. You can simplify it as rate equal to K into B raised to 1, C raised to 2. Like this you can simplify also. Now tell me what is the order? What is the order? 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 equal to 3. 3 is the order. Let's find out unit of rate constant. We have found out rate law expression. Order is 1 plus 2, 3. Last one more question is remaining, unit of rate constant. Let's see how to find out unit of rate constant. We got order equal to 3. So unit of rate constant is mole raised to 1 minus n, liter raised to n minus 1, second inverse. Substitute n equal to 3. So the answer will be mole raised to 1 minus 3, liter raised to 3 minus 1, second inverse. So the final answer is mole raised to minus 2, liter raised to 2, second inverse. Okay, this is very, very important. Now continuing, our second question. I already told today's class first we will discuss some simple questions. Our second question. Rate of formation of NH3 equal to 2 mole liter raised to minus 1, second raised to minus 1. Unit of rate is always mole liter raised to minus 1, second raised to minus 1. Here rate of formation of ammonia, that is 2 mole liter raised to minus 1, second raised to minus 1. Now my question is, find out the rate of disappearance of hydrogen. Rate of disappearance of hydrogen. This is what you have to find out. Let's go back to the first class. How you will write the expression for average rate? Once again, average rate equal to, here it is nitrogen, it is a reactant, so minus, there is no coefficient here, so simply writing minus delta concentration of N2 by delta T equal to, here it is also reactant, so we need minus 1 by 3. Since it is 3, we need to write 1 by 3 minus 1 by 3 delta concentration of H2 by delta T equal to, it is product means positive, plus 1 by 2 delta concentration of NH3 by delta T. For this problem we need only this part, because this is rate of formation of ammonia, this is rate of disappearance of hydrogen. This is what we need to find out. So we will write only that part, minus 1 by 3 delta concentration of H2 by delta T equal to plus 1 by 2 delta concentration of NH3 by delta T. We need to find out this one, rate of disappearance of hydrogen, only this term without fraction. So we need to put that fraction in the other side, isn't it? So 3 will move up. Don't bother about the sign, because answer is always positive. Then why you are getting unnecessary tension about the sign? No need of that. Don't bother about the sign, just do the interconversions. This 3 should go there. So the answer should be 3 by 2 delta concentration of NH3 by delta T, because this 3 will go to the numerator here. Answer is 3 by 2 delta NH3 by delta T. Delta NH3 by delta T is given, rate of formation of ammonia 2. So our answer is 3 by 2 into 2. 2 and 2 get cancelled. So final answer is 3 mole liter raised to minus 1, second raised to minus 1. I hope you understood this question also. Shall we move on to third question? Our third question is, consider the rate law expression, rate equal to K into A square into BQ. Dear students, what is the order? 2 plus 3, 5. What is the molecularity? No, we cannot find molecularity, because molecularity can be found out only from balanced chemical reaction. Here we don't have any idea about balanced chemical reaction. Only this thing is given in the question. Rate equal to K into A square into B cube. Question 1. What will happen to rate if concentration of A is doubled? What will happen to rate if concentration of A is doubled? This is another important type of questions. Now, only thing that we need to do is just add a 2 here. So it will be rate equal to K into 2A square into B cube. So take that numerical part outside. 2 square is 4. Take that 4 outside. 4 into K into concentration of A square into B cube. This is nothing but our rate law expression. K into A square into B cube. So what happens to the rate? Rate is increased by 4 times. Rate is increased by 4 times. We are continuing this question. B sub question. Second question. Same expression, second question. Okay. That is second question. Concentration of both A and B doubled. We are doubling the concentration of both A and B. Then what will happen? We need to write rate equal to K into, instead of A I need to write 2A square. Instead of B I need to write 2B cube. Now what we need to do? Take the numerical part outside. 2 square is 4. 2 cube is 8. 4 into 8, 32. Take that 32 outside. 32 into K into A square into B cube. That is, rate increases by 32 times. One more question, one last question. You can pause the video and write this. Concentration of third question. Concentration of A is doubled, B is halved. A we will double and B concentration is becoming half the initial concentration. Let's see. Rate equal to K into, instead of A I need to write 2A whole square. Instead of B is becoming half. So instead of B I need to write B by 2 whole cube. So the answer is, take the numerical part outside. 2 square is 4. 1 by 2 whole cube is 1 by 8. So we will take 4 into 1 by 8 outside. When taking 4 into 1 by 8 outside, it will become 4 into 1 by 8 into K into A square into B cube. This is our rate itself. 4 into 1 by 8 is 1 by 2. K into A square into B cube. Rate will become half the initial rate. I hope you understood how to do questions like this. Okay? One more question. Something that is connected to this. One more question. A plus 2B giving C. What is the order? A plus 2B giving C. What is the order? We cannot find order. We cannot find order from a balanced chemical reaction. What is the molecularity? That's simple. 1 plus 2, 3. Molecularity is simple to find out. Order is difficult. Now, concentration of A doubled, rate become 8 times. When concentration of A was doubled, rate became 8 times the initial rate. Concentration of A and concentration of B doubled. Rate became 16 times. Find the order. That is our question. Find order. That's our question. Let's see. Rate equal to k into a raised to x into b raised to y. Because we don't know this x and y, we will simply write rate equal to k into a raised to x into b raised to y. Because we don't know the order, we don't know how it is getting influenced. Finally, we will find out x and y. Let's see how to find out x and y. A is doubled, so our answer should start from here. Let's assume that rate equal to k into a raised to x into b raised to y. Because we don't know the order, we need to find out the order. So we will simply start here. Rate equal to k into a raised to x into b raised to y. Now a is doubled, rate become 2 times. What is the power of a? X. So a is doubled means 2 raised to x. Rate became 8 times. 2 raised to x equal to 8. So what is x? What is x? 2 raised to x equal to 8. What is x? 3. So we got the power of a. We can also say order with respect to a is 3. Okay, there is an overall order for the reaction, and also order with respect to a is 3. That means power of a is 3. Now, both are doubling, rate became 16 times. Then how we will write? I will not say, just try. I will wait for a second. Pause the video and just try to write the expression for the second statement. Both are getting doubled and the rate becomes 16 times. Did you complete? Yes, let me see. A is doubling, so power of A is x, so 2 raised to x. B is also getting doubled, power of B is y. Since it is doubled, I will write 2 raised to y. 2 raised to x into 2 raised to y equal to 16. We know 2 raised to x equal to 8, isn't it? So we will write 8 into 2 raised to y equal to 16. 2 raised to x already we found it as 8. 2 raised to x into 2 raised to y equal to 16. 8 into 2 raised to y equal to 16. That means 2 raised to y equal to 16 by 8 equal to 2. So what is the value of y? 2 raised to y is 2. That means y is 1. So we got x equal to 3 and y is equal to 1. 2 raised to y equal to 2 means y equal to 1. So x equal to 3, y is equal to 1. Overall order is 3 plus 1, 4. Okay. These questions is very important, and such questions was asked in competitive exams as well as board exams. So be thorough with these type of questions. Okay, fine. One important thing, in last class I have given you an assignment. Find examples for zero order and first order reaction. Did you find out? Okay, let me see. Zero order, all enzyme reactions are zero order. All enzyme reactions are zero order. There are so many enzyme catalyzed reactions taking place in our body. All those reactions are zero order. Another example for zero order is NH3 giving N2 plus 3H2 on platinum surface. Decomposition of NH3 on platinum surface. It is zero order. Another example, HI giving H2 plus I2. 2HI giving H2 plus I2 in gold surface. This is also zero order. So remember, these three are important examples for zero order reaction. You must by heart. Okay, fine. Moving on, first order reaction. First order. What are the examples for first order reactions? 1. All nuclear reaction. All nuclear reactions are first order. 2. CH2 double bond CH2 plus hydrogen giving CH3 single bond CH3. This is a first order reaction, a well known example for first order reaction. Adding hydrogen to a double bonded compound in presence of nickel, single bond compound will be formed. H2, one hydrogen will go here, another hydrogen will go here. So CH2 will become CH3. Here also, double bond will become single bond. So these are examples for first order reaction. Okay, fine. Yes. So by now we have discussed some important questions, some important points. Those were related to the last class portions. Now we will exclusively discuss about a particular topic, that is integrated rate equation, a very important topic. Okay, fine. And I know that your integration, that chapter has not yet started in mathematics, so I will give you a basic idea about integration. That also is difficult. I will give you a simple result that is useful here. That is very simple. This is the sign for integration. Integral dx will be equal to x. When you integrate dx, the product is x. When you integrate dy, product is y. Okay. For this derivation, we need only this result. Integral dx equal to x, integral dy equal to y. What about integral dt? T. Integral dr, r. Integral dp, p. Very simple. Okay. Yes. You will learn about more idea regarding this integration in your mathematics classes. Now we need only these two simple results. We are just doing a basic calculation using integration. Okay. Let's see. First of all, we are discussing about zero order reaction. Today we will discuss about zero order reaction. I hope you remember the examples. What is the examples for zero order reaction? All enzyme catalysis reaction. Decomposition of NH3 on platinum surface. Decomposition of HI on gold surface. All are examples for zero order reaction. Then one secret I will say, very important thing, most important thing. For zero order reaction, rate and rate constant both are same. That is the specialty of zero order reaction. Both rate and rate constant are same. Their unit are also same. Mole, liter raised to -1, second raised to -1 in the case of zero order reaction. Okay, let's go on. We need to find out the integrated rate equation for zero order reaction. It's very simple. Consider the reaction R giving P. Consider the reaction R giving P. That means reactant becoming product. We can say rate equal to K into concentration of R raised to 0. Rate equal to K into concentration of R raised to 0, because it is zero order reaction. Rate depends on K and concentration of reactant raised to 0, because it is zero order reaction. Instead of rate, I can write minus dr by dt. Since R is reactant, I need to write negative sign. Then change in concentration of reactant by time, dr by dt. Here there is no number. If there were 2, I should have written minus 1 by 2. If it was 3, I should have written minus 1 by 3. Since here there is nothing else, it is simply minus dr by dt equal to K. R raised to 0 means 1 itself. Anything raised to 0 is 1. Okay. Now, before integrating, we need to do some rearrangements. Let the negative sign goes to the other side. Let dt also move to other side. So, we will get dr is equal to, minus is moving to other side, minus k dt. Dr equal to minus k dt. Always let negative moves to the right side. Always let k, let it stay with the dt. Okay. These two things you remember. Let dr be alone. Dr equal to minus k dt. We are all set for integrating. See, reactant becoming product, rate equal to k into r raised to 0. R raised to 0 is 1, so rate equal to k. Instead of rate, we will write minus dr by dt and take that negative to the other side. Take that dt to the other side, minus k dt. Now shall we integrate? Please write it down. We are going to integrate dr equal to minus k dt. Dr is equal to minus k dt. We are going to integrate. Integral dr, we need to integrate on both sides. Minus k integral dt, because the negative sign and constant, no need to put it inside the integral, let it come outside. Minus k integral dt. Now you might remember what is integral dx, x. What is integral dy, y. Then what is integral dr, r. Integral dr is r. Minus k integral dt. What is going to be integral dt? T minus kt. And one more thing, whenever you do integration, you need to add a constant plus c. This is our equation number 1. C is called as the constant of integration. It's a very simple integration. Minus k we are taking it outside because it is a constant. And integral dr is r, integral dt is t. We need to add a constant also. Okay. The mathematical aspects of this integration you will learn in your mathematical classes. Anyway, we have integrated and we got r equal to minus kt plus c. When t equal to 0, that means reaction has just started, initial time, t equal to 0, time 0. When t equal to 0, we will write r equal to r0. That means initial concentration. When time equal to 0, that concentration is called as initial concentration. Instead of r, we will write r0. When time equal to 0, that concentration is called as initial concentration, and instead of r, we need to write r0. So how it will be? R is equal to minus kt plus r0. Okay. We are there, almost to the equation. Now just a small rearrangement. Take this minus kt here, so that it will become plus kt. Kt equal to r0 minus r. This is the integrated rate equation for zero order reaction. Kt equal to r0 minus r. This is the integrated rate equation for zero order reaction. How we got it? How we substitute? See, this equation 1 had became this one. R equal to minus kt plus r0. Why? Because we already said when t is equal to 0, r we will write r0. So c will become r0. Isn't it? That's why we have written it like this. R is equal to minus kt plus r0. By applying this, we understood that this constant, that is nothing but initial concentration. That's why instead of this constant, we have written r0. Okay. I hope this section is clear for you. I will explain it once again. When time equal to 0, r equal to r0. So you see, when time equal to 0, this term will become 0. Instead of r, we will apply r0. So see, c equal to r0, value of c is r0. That you are substituting here. R is equal to minus kt plus r0. That equation 1 will become like that. Okay. Fine. Kt equal to r0 minus r. This is the integrated rate equation for zero order reaction. Don't forget it. Kt equal to r0 minus r. This is the integrated rate equation for zero order reaction. How we have arrived at that point? We have this very famous equation r equal to minus kt plus c after integration, our first equation. Now we will apply initial condition. When time equal to 0, r equal to r0. So when time equal to 0, this term will become 0. Then it is simply r0 equal to c. Now it is not r0. r0 equal to c. So now we need to substitute in the first equation itself. Instead of c, we have substituted r0. So we got r equal to minus kt plus r0. After integration, we will get r equal to minus kt plus c. Applying initial condition, we will understand that c is nothing but initial concentration r0. So we get r equal to minus kt plus r0, kt equal to r0 minus r. This derivation you must study, and this final equation, that is very important. This final equation is very important. Kt equal to r0 minus r. Whenever someone asks you what is the integrated rate equation for zero order reaction, or whenever there is a question related to zero order reaction, you should start from here. This is our starting point. Kt equal to r0 minus r. Now let's see the graph of zero order reaction. I am only talking about zero order reaction. Tomorrow we will discuss about first order reaction. We got the integrated rate equation for zero order reaction as Kt is equal to R0 minus R. Now I will plot the graph. For that I need to rearrange it little bit for plotting the graph, because I need it in the form of y equal to mx plus c. Our x-axis, it will always be time. So kt I will bring here minus kt. C is nothing but R0. Y-axis means concentration of reactant. When I take this to the left hand side, minus R will become plus R. So dear students, x-axis we will take time, y-axis we will take concentration of the reactant, and this y-intercept is nothing but R0. C is the y-intercept, that is nothing but R0. See, x-axis, what should I write here? X-axis, time. What should I write in the y-axis? R. How will be the graph look like? Minus kt. See, minus kt, negative slope. So graph should go like this. It's so very obvious, because as time goes, concentration of reactant decreases. What is the confusion in that? As time passes, concentration of reactant decreases. Its slope is minus k. Slope is minus k. And this portion is R0, initial concentration. When time equal to 0, this concentration, that is the initial concentration, R0. From that it decreases. Initially it was R0, here this much. This is R0. From that, concentration of R decreases. So this is the graph for zero order reaction. Okay, fine. Dear students, in competitive exams and all, you will be asked to find out the graph for a particular reaction. Which is the graph for zero order reaction? First one, second one, third one, or fourth one? Which is the answer? Yes, you are right. Fourth one. This is the graph for zero order reaction. All these are wrong. In the x-axis, what you need to plot? Time. Y-axis, concentration of reactant. See, concentration of reactants goes on decreasing, and that slope is minus k, where k is the rate constant. This is the initial concentration, and it is called R0. So this graph must be very clear for you. One more final topic, half-life. By that we can wind up this session. Okay, half-life. Half-life. That means T half. Notation is T half. Half-life means time required for the reaction to become half its initial concentration, or time required for the reaction for the 50% completion. Let's see, and you know that Every discussion start with integrated rate equation. What was the integrated rate equation for zero order reaction? Kt is equal to R0 minus R. This is the integrated rate equation for zero order reaction. Every discussion here will start with the integrated rate equation. Kt equal to R0 minus R. Now instead of T, I will not take T half. R0 means initial concentration, let it be like that itself. And R means when the time is at T half, R will become half the initial concentration. That is the meaning of half-life. When time is at T half, half-life will be half initial concentration. It will be half the initial concentration. Concentration of reactant will be half the initial concentration. So we will write R0 by 2. Concentration of reactant will be half the initial concentration. So we will write R0 by 2. Now cross it. 2 into R0, 2R0 minus R0, R0. R0 by 2. Kt half equal to R0 by 2. Or in next step, this K will move down. T half equal to R0 by 2K. T half equal to R0 by 2K. Okay. So which are the three important ideas that I taught you? First one, integrated rate equation. Kt equal to R0 minus R for zero order reaction. Second one, the graph. You remember the shape of the graph. Is it like this? No. Is it like this increasing? No. The graph is like this decreasing. Isn't it? Yes. That graph you should remember. And the third thing, half-life of zero order reaction, R0 by 2K. Okay, so dear students, I want you to do something. Please write these three things in a box. Give special highlight because that's very important. And that portion you take a photo and send it to me. Let me see how many of you are doing like this. Because these are the three most important things. So you write zero order reaction and then write integrated rate equation Kt equal to R0 minus R. Then 2, draw the graph. Then equation for half-life. These three things together in one page. Box it, highlight it and take a photo and send it to me. Let me see how many of you are studying like that. Because these three are that much important. Okay. Thank you students. We will see you in the next class with the first order. Today we discussed mainly about zero order. Next class, first order. Before that, one more question. What is the specialty of zero order? Rate and rate constant both are same. What were the examples for zero order? Yes, you know that. Okay. Thank you. We'll see you in the next class.